Giving you story after story, everything is true. Some things are kinda scary, so what you gon' do? Cause that's another tale from the Sipp. That's another tale from the Sipp. Sometimes we spit scripture, line upon line, not discussing wickedness, but what is divine. And that's another.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tales from the Sipp, episode 29. I know you've seen the title. Yes, sir. Turn of the King. Oh, yeah. This was crazy, man. But I got to tell you about it. Now, let's get into it. So, now, when I was younger, you know what I'm saying, I was really living in Flowood, Mississippi, you know what I'm saying, but it was times that, I lived out here where I'm at right now. I stay in West Jackson, you know what I'm saying? In this same area, I grew up with a couple cats that lived in this area out here. So I was pretty much back and forth, you know what I'm saying, living out here, living in Flowood. You know what I'm saying? I grew up with a lot of cats out here in West Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much, you know how you go when you young, you come and you spend the night over your friend's house or family house and stuff like that. So yeah, so I was out here out west in West Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Even though I grew up in Florida, I really grew up in West Jackson also, pretty much. But anyway, so when I was younger, you know what I'm saying, one of my cousins, he lived up the street from where I'm at right now. Him and his daddy, my uncle, you know what I'm saying? And I used to go spend the night over at his house when I was a teenager. You know what I'm saying? And he lived at these apartments up the street. And it was a dude over there, man, you know what I'm saying? One of his partners. He ended up being cool with me and everything. And dude, uh, I can say his name because he would never know. But nobody never know who I'm talking about. Some people know who I'm talking about, but I'm gonna say, uh, his name was Sugar Man. But anyway, so we were teenagers. You know what I'm saying? Grew up, cool people, man. And you know what I'm saying? And, we sitting at them apartments on the street and kicking it and doing our thing, whatever, as teenage boys. So yeah, problem is everything worked pretty cool when we were younger. Everybody had, you know, common sense then. But for some reason, when people get older, things change. Yeah, things change real crazy with this cat right here. Now, let's get it. Now, I remember when we were growing up, man used to call himself uh Sugar Man. We called the man Sugar Man, you know what I'm saying? They were my partner, they my cousin partner. I met him through my cousin and everything. You know what I'm saying? Out with. But then I remember I didn't see him for a long time. People live life and they move around. You know what I'm saying? I live somewhere everywhere by then. I meet back up with him about 10 years later. When I meet him again, his whole mind state changed. But I mean, this whole mind state changed. Man, that thing like he used to. I see him walking up the street. I said, "What up, man? What's going on?" He like, "Yay!" And he came on. He walked over there, and me and him were talking, man. You know, in my 20s at the time, I like 25, 26, 27. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen the man by 10 years. So, I'm thinking he the same person. Well, a lot can change in 10 years. Cause the man said, "Yeah, man. Oh, you know what? I want to tell you, man. I'm not. I found out who I really am." I'm like, "Oh, okay. What you mean?" He said, "Man, I'm King David." I said, "You King David? What you talking about, man?" He said, "Yeah, in the last days, man. Scripture talking about how we're gonna come back, man, and all this and that, and that, this, and that, blah, 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 blah. And rule, be a ruler over Israel and all this and that." I'm like, "Man, this nigga crazy. He done lost his mind." But he was dead serious. That man wasn't playing. He was dead serious, man. Man. So I'll tell you, we went out to the store right down the street, one I go to right now. And I went up in there, and I'm kind of clown. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, and we got up in there. You know what I'm saying? We talking. We walked down the street to go, and then he was like, "Man, we buying some stuff out the store." I said, "Hey, man, this King David right here, man." And then blah 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 blah. He, "Man, you had to do that, man. You had to let everybody know that." Yeah, I want everybody to know that. You know, because everybody, any of us that know that study scripture, we know that it ain't actually David that's going to rule over. It's the Messiah that's going to rule over us in the new kingdom, not you know King David. He's the offspring of David. Come through David bloodline. But let me get back to it. So the man, when we were growing up, man, he had a solid mind state and everything. I don't know what happened, but for some reason, he thought he was King David now. You know what I'm saying? He had been uh, reincarnated or some man. And this happened, you know what I'm saying? This was early, like early 2000, late 90s. This was the late 90s, man. And I'm like, "Oh man, this man done lost his mind." But you know what though? That man was dead serious. He was dead serious that he was King David. He was the Messiah that returned. Oh, you know what? The man, you know what? I got another story about him I'm gonna tell, but I'm gonna say that for the next episode. And it's crazy. But anyway, it's crazy how that happened, man. But so we left the store and we came back to where I was staying at. I was staying right down the street with another one of my cousins. But then he left and went home. So that show you, you know what I'm saying, you could be talking to somebody, y'all teenagers, y'all certain age, and you know what I'm saying, when y'all teenagers, people don't stay the same. People change, man. Sometimes people change mentally, and you know they ain't the same, and they're not the same people they used to be, man. You know, things happen. Or some people change spiritually. What you think? Ah, oh yeah. Moral of the story is, now Sugar Man, that my partner, I ain't seen him in a few years. I ain't seen him in a few years. But I heard something else about him. Somebody had told me. But moral of the story is, nobody stays the same. As time progresses, people change. Their mind stay changed. You may be cool with somebody when y'all young, but then later on, that change and y'all you don't even want to fool with them no more. Or they might be cool and y'all stay friends your whole life. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know where Sugar Man at. I ain't gonna state his real name. Everybody, you grew up in West Jackson, you know who Sugar Man. Yeah. But anyway, that's episode 29. Tales from the Sipp. Yes, sir. And be on the lookout for episode 30. It's coming right back. You know what? I'm gonna finish the story of Sugar Man and what happened with that man. And I don't know where. Maybe he's still out here roaming around. Yes, sir. Situations get sticky. But anyway, until next time, Tales from the Sipp. I hope I entertained you, and be on the lookout for episode 30. Tales from the Sipp. Yes, sir. Peace out.
That's another tale from the Sipp. That's another tale from the Sipp. Sometimes your boy may go way back in the day, talk about experiences and the games that he played. And that's another tale from the Sipp. That's another tale from the Sipp. Hey.